If I go back to December 2016, I got ill. I got like a virus which just didn't shift. I just couldn't recover, and I just felt really low energy. I just felt ill, and in January I'd noticed a swelling in my finger, and it came up first of all and went down. It was intermittent. Then it came up and it really did swell, and it was really painful. Couldn't bend it. Driving was painful. Typing was painful. And it just throbbed constantly, and it looked awful. It looked deformed. It was just like, whoa, what is this? So I left it for a bit, and then I thought, no, I'm going to have to go to the doctors because I can't. There's something wrong here. And from there, I got diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis. And I saw the doctor. He basically told me that the only answer was medication. I was really scared because he did tell me that it, potentially could get worse. I got in my neck quite soon afterwards, and that was excruciating. Not being able to just turn your neck, driving, working, everything was a real challenge. And it knocked me for six. It left me feeling very, very scared at how quickly it progressed. So I was very, very scared. I took the medication. You have to build it up slowly. And I ended up sort of 10 tablets a day. It didn't work. I was having to go to the hospital every 2 weeks to go and have blood tests for kidney and liver function, which again told me that actually the drugs that I'm taking are going to be damaging my organs and other parts of my body. So I might get this condition under control, but that might lead to something else, which, I was like, right, now I need to go back and I need to look for some alternative, because it's not me, it's not what I want. Thought, right, I'm going to go back to Alkaline. It worked for me last time. I'm going to go back in a big way. And then joined the cleanse. And, the first reset that I did for 2 weeks. The first week, just the energy, I noticed the level of energy that came back was amazing. I actually felt well again. I felt, full of life. I was waking up early and not feeling tired the minute I'd got up. I was getting home with still energy. I started to see the level of inflammation start to subside. And all of a sudden, everything started to come together. So, weight was just dropping off of me. It was like, whoa, this is starting to really work. And the level of energy came back, and that was enough incentive. The fact that the swelling in my joints had gone down, because that was really painful. Driving was painful, walking, getting off the train, getting on the tube, walking to work was painful. My day was a bit of a struggle in terms of the pain. So the pain subsided, the inflammation started to subside, the swelling had gone down. So what more incentive do you need? I'd stopped taking the medication. I, went back to see the consultant, and, she said to me, what medication are you taking now? And I said, none. She was like, whoa, not sure I'm happy about that. And she said, so what are you doing? How are you controlling it? And I said, well, I eat Alkaline, and that works for me. So, she said to me, okay, I'm going to do all of the tests. I'm going to do all of the x-rays on all of your joints. I'm going to do all of the bloods. And if they come back okay, then I will put you onto monitoring, and, you don't have to take the meds. Did all the tests, had all the x-rays, And then I got the all clear to say, you know, bloods are fine, there's no degeneration in the joints, the inflammation has subsided, and, you know, great for me. She didn't just put me on 6 months follow up, it was a year, so I don't have to go back to a year. You know, I feel much healthier, I feel like I've got a lot more energy, I feel lighter. That's the good thing, you know, you never feel sluggish. I'm meds free, I've dropped a stone. You know, it's always been tough for me to lose weight because I've always been the same weight. You know, to suddenly drop weight and actually feel even more amazing was great. I'm back to the weight I was before I had my children, and I'm, you know, back in my early 20s. So that, you know, that in itself is great. Yeah, it's gone. It's completely gone. But yeah, it's gone. It's totally gone. So that's another great thing for me, because that in itself can be quite debilitating and depressing when you get it and you get it where it's visible. But yeah, no, that's another amazing thing. I haven't got that. It's given back to me, you know, just life, if you like. The feeling fit, feeling healthy, and I mean, I love having the level of energy I've got. You know, when you're up at 5 in the morning, you don't get home till 9. You need energy. You absolutely need energy to fit everything in. And yeah, so having that level of energy is great. And I don't think there's any substitute for that.